In a stunning turn of events, the Carolina Panthers have decided to bench their young quarterback Bryce Young, signaling the end of a brief and tumultuous era. The move comes after just 18 starts, during which Young accumulated 3,122 passing yards, 11 touchdowns, and a troubling 20 turnovers, 13 interceptions and 7 fumbles. The Panthers, who made a blockbuster trade in 2022 to acquire the rights to draft Young with the first overall pick, are now shifting away from the player they once believed would lead them into the future. 2 years ago, the Panthers traded away star wide receiver DJ Moore, 2 first-round picks, and 2 second-round picks in a bold move to select Young out of Alabama. At the time, Young was touted as a dynamic talent capable of translating his college success into NFL stardom. Yet, after less than 2 seasons, the team has pulled the plug on the Bryce Young experiment. The decision underscores what has been a messy situation for both the quarterback and the organization, raising questions about the Panthers' long-term direction. Head coach Dave Canales made the decision to bench Young, effectively ending his tenure as the starter, and it was a move rooted in practical necessity. The harsh reality, as Canales seemingly recognized, was that Young was simply not developing into a viable NFL starter. In a league where first-round quarterbacks are often given extended opportunities to grow, Young's short leash stands out. But while many might argue that the Panthers gave up on him too early, the underlying issues with Young's play were glaring and hard to ignore. The downfall of a top pick. One of the most damning critiques of Young's NFL performance has been his inability to show even flashes of elite play. Zeglinski's article poses a critical question. What did Young excel at as a professional quarterback? The uncomfortable answer is, not much. Young's accuracy, a vital trait for any quarterback, was a significant concern from the start. After completing less than 60% of his passes in his rookie season, a percentage well below league standards, Young regressed even further in 2024, with his completion rate dropping by nearly 4 full percentage points. This kind of decline is unusual for a second-year quarterback who should be making progress in understanding the pace and complexity of the NFL. The root of Young's issues, however, extends beyond just completion percentages. His ball placement was consistently off, with Young rarely putting the ball in places where his receivers could make plays. Instead, he often failed to lead his targets or deliver throws into the tight windows that NFL defenses routinely allow. Without the ability to deliver passes confidently and accurately, Young's limitations shrank the Panthers' offensive playbook. The offense was often reduced to simplistic schemes and predictable checkdowns, resembling something out of a basic Madden video game strategy rather than a functional NFL offense. Perhaps the most telling statistic in evaluating Young's struggles was his average depth of target ADOT, which measures how aggressively a quarterback challenges defenses downfield. Young's ADOT through 18 games was just 7.6 yards, which is alarmingly low for a starting quarterback in the NFL. This conservative approach, coupled with his average of just 5.4 yards per pass attempt, YPA, indicated an inability to stretch defenses vertically or make challenging throws downfield. In fact, if Young had recorded the minimum pass attempts required to qualify, his YPA would be the lowest in NFL history by a significant margin. For comparison, quarterbacks with similar ADOTs include Aidan O'Connell, who is no longer the starter for the Las Vegas Raiders, and Derek Carr, a veteran known for checking the ball down frequently. Neither comparison bodes well for Young. Meanwhile, the only other quarterback with a similarly low YPA is the Chicago Bears' Caleb Williams, who has also struggled in his rookie season. But while Williams is still early in his career, Young had 18 games under his belt and had yet to show meaningful improvement. The biggest challenge for Bryce Young, aside from his subpar statistics, was the lack of tools in his repertoire to solve the problems that every NFL quarterback inevitably faces. In the modern NFL, quarterbacks need to be able to adapt and improvise when plays break down. It's a reality that not every play will go as planned, and good quarterbacks find ways to make something happen when they're forced out of their comfort zones. Unfortunately, Young consistently struggled in these situations. His smaller frame, standing at just 5'10" and weighing 204 pounds, meant that he had difficulty seeing over the line of scrimmage, often limiting his vision and options. As a result, the Panthers' offense relied heavily on a shotgun-based approach, which quickly became predictable and easy for defenses to counter.